How is it that sometimes I go to bed at midnight and I sleep in until 10 a.m.? And then other times I can go to bed at 1 or even 2 a.m. and for some reason I wake up at 6 a.m. It's very odd, and I don't know why it is that if I go to bed later, for some reason I wake up earlier, but if I go to bed early, I wake up later. That's strange. I have no idea why, honestly. But as you can see here, I'm working on a doodle of what looks like a tree and possibly some leaves behind it. And I'm doing this with a red Sharpie marker in my sketchbook, Strathmore spiral bound sketchbook. But I was thinking about that today when I woke up because I didn't go to bed until about 1 a.m. and I woke up at about 7 a.m. The days that I have to work, I always end up sleeping much longer, at least an hour or more. And the days I'm off of work, I tend to sleep less. I think maybe it's just my mind knowing that I have a lot of work to do, a lot of drawings that need to be done, and I want more time to get the things done. That could be a possible reason. But yes, it's kind of cool here again today. It's in the 40s, and it won't be 80 degrees until at least next week. And for the rest of this week, it's going to be in the 40s and 50s and raining and a bit cooler. Although it did snow the other day, which I thought it didn't snow past April in Ohio, but it seems like the winters are getting longer and are lasting into the next months like May. Hopefully I never see snow in June. So how's everything been going for you as of late? Me, I've just been doodling, as always. Just lots of doodles. There comes a point when you're doing something that, if you've been doing it for a while, people might think that you're only that good because of skill or talent. But I've been drawing now for about 25 years now. It's quite a while. So yes, I've been drawing for 25 years. Is it strange that I'm feeling old at 29 years old? I'll be turning 30 this year. And I started to feel that I was old when I was 25. I don't know. I don't know why that is. But, which means that now it's been 11 years since I graduated high school. In senior year, that felt like it was lasting forever. I mean, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade, each year felt like 10 years, and the amount of time that has passed after that. And I would say the longest year for me seemed to be 9th grade. That seemed to have, it felt like it was 50 years to pass by. But then as I've gotten older, time just is gone. It just disappears, it seems like. When I was younger, I could go to do something, or maybe I'm waiting for a video game to load that I'm playing, and the wait time could be 10 minutes. And 10 minutes felt like hours and hours and many hours. And now I can get up in the morning, walk to my fridge, eat breakfast, and then I look at the clock and 3 hours has passed by. And then I'm thinking, what just happened? So then I simply walk from my kitchen sat down on my computer, and then 30 minutes has passed by. When I was younger, 30 minutes would have felt like days long. I think it probably has something to do with living in the moment. Maybe. It's kind of like the car rides I had when I was younger. When I had to go to visit my grandparents when I lived in Florida, the car ride to go see them felt like forever. But the car ride back didn't seem very long. It was about 3 to 4 hours to drive from where I lived in Florida to where my grandparents were living. And this was in Naples, Florida. And at the time, I was living in Bushnell, Center Hill area. I think, yeah, that's mostly where I lived most of the time, was Center Hill and Bushnell growing up. So the drive to Naples, Florida felt like it was forever. It was a 3 or 4 hour drive, and the drive back felt like it was maybe 15 minutes. And I remember, for some reason, I was trying to count how many semis I would see on my way there. I think I was told this, so it preoccupied me so that I wasn't being too hyper or asking too many questions. When I was a kid, I was always asking the question of why or how does that work. I'd always ask this to family members or teachers and pretty much everybody around me. I wanted to know the answer to everything, and just saying just because it is was never a good enough answer. But now as I've gotten older, car drives feel like they take forever. If I drive a distance that's any longer than 15 minutes, it seems like quite a long time. I've had a couple of times where I've had to drive hour and a half or 2 hours, and it feels like forever. I notice that if I'm driving a long distance, I tend to zone out, kind of like when I'm drawing. I don't really think too much about my surroundings, and I just zone out, which probably isn't a good thing, so that's why I don't really like driving very long distances. If I want to go somewhere, I'll try to go somewhere locally, but if it's somewhere very far away, I would say every 30 minutes, I'll stop, take a break from driving, get a drink, stretch a little bit for a minute, and then I'll get back to driving. I did have to drive, I think 8 hours one time, a couple of months ago. And one day, that was a lot of driving. A lot of driving. There was a lot of railroad tracks, I noticed. Especially in Ohio, it seems like there's a railroad track every mile. Well, realistically, probably every 2 miles there's a railroad track. A lot of trains around here. And I have seen a lot of railroad tracks that no trains go through them anymore. They're shut down, but they're left there and they're bumpy. But I'm going to go ahead and finish up my breakfast, and let me know if you have any questions about the drawing and anything else. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.